I got to DJ at the CBC Center in downtown Toronto. I got to DJ for a boxing gala. There was a lot of people there. It was, I believe, streamed or televised. I'm not sure if it was televised, but I believe it was streamed. And I was on like this big lift and like the camera was there and I had this headpiece and I had to read a script and like I had like my own green room where they had food and snacks there for me, and it was so crazy. It was such an experience that I'm so grateful to have had. So when I got there, at first they were like setting me up in this one area where there was like a bunch of screens and then like a bar, and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And then they're like, oh wait, you're Elevate. I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, you're on the main stage. And I was like, the main stage? So I followed them to the main stage and I had to like go up this ladder to get onto the lift. And yeah, and then when they introduced us, because it wasn't just me DJing, the other area that I was just talking about, DJ Natalie was there. So when she was done DJing, because that was the cocktail hour, she came up and they introduced us and put the screen on us, and then we waved and then we were talking back with the host and everything. It was so much fun because I got to play all the songs in between the rounds. And so I had prepared for this gig. I was very nervous about it. I literally got the script the night before and I was like, I'm saying stuff. I was like, ah. So I was like, oh my God. And I got all of the songs for the boxers that were coming in. I had to organize all of that. And so I knew what to expect, but I also didn't know what to expect. So in between the rounds, they wanted me to play music. But before we got to that and everybody's coming in, I'm playing the intro. You know, they just finished cocktail hour. They're finishing up their cocktails. Everybody's chatting. This is before they go to take their seats. And I was playing that, and then I had to play music in between the rounds. So as that was going on, I was like, it was so fun because to me, it's like sync licensing, but in person. I always say that. And I had to match the vibe of what was going on. So when they're boxing, whatever, in between the rings, that's gonna like keep the energy of the boxers up, but also like the flow of the room, like, yeah, we're at a boxing match, like these are the hype songs, you know? So I had to kind of work on the fly because sometimes I didn't know what song I was gonna play. It was so fun. And then I had the people who were running the show in my ear here saying all the cues in one ear, and then the other ear I had the music. So I'm playing while listening to cues, and sometimes I have to answer back to them because they're talking to me or telling me what's coming up next. It was so cool. Like, I literally wish I could do that way more often because they were such a great team. They were so kind, and that's something I definitely see myself doing. Like, even sports games, I see myself doing that in the future, playing for large sports games like, you know, the Raptors, you know, Toronto Maple Leafs, you know, throwing that out there. Stuff like that, I can definitely see myself doing that because I have experience with it there. And they were like congratulating me because they're like, you did such a great job. Like, you were so easy to work with, and like how you worked on the fly like that. You know what I mean? So that was such an experience. And then as I continue playing, Carl Wolf performed. So his DJ came up and did their set. Carl Wolf did his set in the ring, and then I went back to DJing the rest of the evening, playing in between rounds. And then when they were announcing a winner, I was like, oh my God, I gotta pick a winner song. I loved every second of it. It was so fun. Even while I was playing, I couldn't really go to the bathroom. I'm playing everything, right? So I can't go down the ladder, but thankfully Natalie was there with me, so if I needed to, she could have like taken over. But given everything that was going on, like in the ear, like it would have to be like a readjustment, and like I was getting the hang of it and stuff like that. So when it was done, I went into the cocktail area to see Natalie because now she's playing, and the guests were all coming up to me like, wow, you did such a great job. The hosts were like, great job and stuff like that. I felt so accomplished, but you know, I just did the CBC Center. I just started DJing, you know what I mean? So that was so fun. And I really hope that I get to do more like that. I feel like I will. But yeah, that's the story in a nutshell. I hope I didn't leave anything out, you know? Comment your thoughts below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.